Hi everybody, it's Elena. Many of you know me as E-Cruisin', aka the Shuffle Girl, aka LED Shoe Girl, aka I'm just kidding. It's too many. I hear it all the time. Something. Is that good? Is that good? Is that good? I feel like I have to burp. I was so overwhelmed by all of your responses that you guys left for me, and I just want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I'm so excited to share my answers with you today. I am 22 years old. I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida. I have lived in Florida for basically all of my life. I'm Puerto Rican and Italian. I am 5'1", pretty short. I feel like in my videos I look a lot taller, but I'm a little person. I am only like 90 pounds. I eat a lot. There are lots of comments about my weight and I need to eat, and oh, believe me, I eat a ton. I have no such thing as a diet in my world. I love pizza, burgers with bacon. My favorite food is pasta. I have one brother. I have one dog. You wanna come up here? This is Monte. Monte man. He's 11 years old. He's getting up there. He's the one you see in all my videos. Can you look at the camera? He's my baby though. I am a part-time college student. I'm studying business. I also am a server at Bar Louie. I do that part-time, and you know, now dancing has become a big part of my life, so it's a balance. Many of you have asked me about my exercise routine, and honestly, this has been something in my life that I've been doing ever since, you know, high school. What I would do is go run. I feel like as long as you're doing something to keep your body healthy, whether it's just walking or running or lifting weights here and there, I feel like that's enough. I've been listening to house music since like 2010 when my brother showed me. We were in Puerto Rico, and it was before that Stereo Love came out in the United States. I was like, oh, this music is so good, I love it. And he lives in California, so I mean, this is stuff he's been listening to. So he would make me CDs, and my friend and I would jam out in my car to the latest house music back then.
I love you just the way you are. A cinema.
And I remember looking at videos after movies of Ultra and wanting to go so bad. And I was, maybe like 16? And finally, at the age of 21, I was able to go to my first music festival. Going to Ultra! Look at this day! And it was absolutely amazing. How did I meet my boyfriend? My very handsome boyfriend. Well, our little love story is quite interesting, and it's kind of funny at the same time. A couple years ago, there was a huge flash flood where we were living, and in the building where all the cars were parked was starting to flood. So it was a property that my mom was managing. So my mom, my brother, and I started to notice that the cars were going to start being damaged. So we ran throughout the entire building, knocking on doors, telling people, you gotta move your car, you gotta move your car. And I just so happened, Matt was one of the people living in the building, and he was nice enough to come help us all night long, putting sandbags around all of the structure, wet backing all the water out of the lobby. It was great. He was awesome. But then the next day, he texted me asking me if I wanted to go get ice cream, and I didn't respond to him for a year. So a year later comes around, and he ends up moving right next door to me. He didn't really like me very much at this point. So when he moved next door, our parents started to talk, and we're like, oh, Matt and Elena should go to the gym together. So we ended up going to the gym together every day, hanging out, watching movies. We just started off as just friends. I found out he blocked me on Facebook a year ago when I tried finding him on Facebook. So I must have really made a bad first impression. But from that point on, we have been inseparable. Back in January, we went to Club Space in Miami to see Brills, and we saw this couple shuffling, just going at it on the dance floor, and we were just so taken back, like, wow, that is so cool, that looks so awesome, I want to know how to do that. So Matt and I started watching YouTube videos, and he helped me a lot in the beginning. I tend to give up on things when things get hard, and when we first started learning, I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I was just going to give up. I told him, I was like, I can't do this. And he's like, Elena, don't give up. You can do this. You can do this. So we'd be in his room till 4 o'clock in the morning, learning how to do the Running Man, or the Charleston, or whatever it may be. There were 2 girls specifically that I looked up to when I started shuffling, and their names are Mary and Clarice. And I loved watching their videos. So that's kind of what inspired me into it, and those were the 2 girls that really impacted me when I was learning. My favorite dance move, which you guys might notice, is doing that moonwalk. I love it so much. When I figured out how to do it after EDC Orlando this past year, I just want to do it all the time. The amount of time that I spend practicing, in the beginning, I would say I would spend several hours practicing. After I got the basics down, I would say maybe an hour out of my day, sometimes only 15 minutes. When you're just in your room and you hear a song that you really like and you just bust out dancing. You know, it's just getting your body to remember all these different moves. And once it does, it comes super easy. What gives me the courage to dance and express myself when I'm dancing? When I hear a song and I really love it, I get lost. I'm in my own world. I don't even know what's going on around me. But when I'm dancing, I'm just me, and I'm just expressing me. The rain was coming. Oh yeah, will you break my heart? Insecurities in the beginning of shuffling. When I first started, I didn't want to do it in front of anyone because I didn't think I was good enough. But it's just that time that you put in yourself practicing, you become a lot more comfortable. How did I find my shuffling style? I would say it's a combination of cutting shapes and shuffling. I found it because the way that the music makes me feel is very free and bouncy, and I feel like you can see that in my dancing. Back again. Ooh, all right. My favorite artist is Cascade. Hands down, favorite songs right now. Number 1, I don't know if you guys have seen, but Blau is about to put out his new song, Is It Love? And can I tell you, that song gets stuck in my head so much. Also the Chainsmokers, Roses. My top favorite artists at Ultra that I saw were Mala. Absolutely amazing. If you have never seen Mala, so good. Marshmello as well, and the Chainsmokers. Are you usually sober when you dance? I am sober all the time. I could not imagine being on anything and dancing. It's just not possible. I would be stumbling over myself and I'd look really silly. So definitely sober. I know there's a lot of comments out there like, oh, she must be on something to be doing this. And no, I'm high on life. This is what I love doing. Did I ever think I would become famous from shuffling? Absolutely not. Never. I never in my wildest dreams thought any of this would happen. I had no idea that me sharing my dance videos would take off, and you know, I had one video in particular go viral. I was working a closing shift, and one of my friends said to me, Elena, did you go on Facebook? Did you see your video? I have everyone sharing it. and it got like 38 million views, and I'm like, how did this happen? What do you mean? So I had a question on how old do I think you need to be to go to a rave? I feel like you need to be really mature. There are so many young kids that do drugs and make the wrong choices and end up being taken out on a stretcher. It's supposed to be about the music. It's not about the drugs. Everyone is entitled to do whatever they want, but if you are gonna do something, just be responsible. Think about everyone else around you, because you're impacting other people than just yourself. When I think about how old you should be, ask yourself that. I didn't go to Ultra till I was 21. I had a question on my page that was, what is some advice that I would give a younger me? And this is huge for me. This really made me think a lot, because I've gone through so much to get to where I'm at right now. When you're growing up, you're always trying to fit in with everyone, and you care about what everyone's opinions are and making everyone happy. But it's not about that. Like, at this point in my life, I can fully say, like, I am me, and I don't try to fit in with anyone. I'm happy as an individual person. And if I could tell myself that way back then, it would have saved me from dealing with a lot of heartache and issues. Being comfortable in your own body and your own skin gives you so much power, so much more power than if you're trying to fit in with everybody else. I've overcome some issues in my life that I don't talk about, and it weighed very heavy on myself, where I never thought I would have a normal life. And to see where I'm at now, I never thought it would happen. Ever. I never thought I would be so comfortable in me and like find something I love doing and be able to share it with everybody else. And have all the great people in my life that I do have. It's not about having a bunch of people in your life. It's about having those few people that mean something to you and that want to support you and care about you. Because there are so many people in this world that want to bring you down. And you can't let them do that. You gotta be stronger and overcome whatever battles that any of you are facing. We all go through things. It's all different levels of it too. So just never give up. It blows my mind away how when I started sharing my dance videos on my Instagram with just my close friends, I never would have thought they would take off and be spread all around the world and inspire people to also want to find something that makes them happy. I gave up so much when I was younger. I did cheerleading, flamenco, soccer, piano. But when it got hard, I would just give up. And so I never really perfected any of those. But now, I found something where I want to wake up in the morning and go dance in my garage. And I don't do it for anyone else but myself. So I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that I got some of your questions answered. If I didn't get around to one of your questions, or if you have more, leave a comment below, and I promise I will get to it. Don't forget to check out my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube page, and I hope we can do this again. Keep shuffling if you're a shuffler. Mwah.